We're just like you, supposedly. At least another version of you. A version of you that's not locked in a small room they call a home, with a cot in one corner and a makeshift bathroom in the other, fully accepting the fact that what's real is only a commodity in comparison to what's not. But don't worry. We didn't go through the hassle of hacking into the system just to reprimand you. We're here to free you. Some of you won't even understand what we're saying, and we don't blame you. You've been born into the system. You know no alternative. And to be frankly honest, it's not your fault. It never was. The blame belongs to the millions before you who chose to lock themselves in a 3x3 and spend their lives online. It all began with the internet. Some called it the saving grace of our time. Others believed it would destroy our very existence. At the start, the former seemed the most likely of the two. It brought the world together. Information from around the world in the comforts of your own living room. The possibilities were endless, and the world was literally at our fingertips. People shared online, bought online, played online, read and studied online. The internet offered ample room to meet new people you never would have met without it. You could see the world in a few hours without ever leaving your computer. You could avoid the hassle of traffic, crowded malls, and useless 4-hour waits at the bank. You could earn $1 million education by only paying for a high-speed connection. You could double-check on your doctors and their diagnosis, soon enough prescribing your own drugs. Job opportunities no one had ever heard of began popping up. Governments couldn't hide their dirty secrets, and world democracy was slowly building up. With a few keywords and clicks, we were offered the world. The wealth of knowledge shared was like an evolutionary orgasm. It changed our very existence. And then, we took it too far. Step by step, we locked ourselves in. We didn't need to go out and meet friends anymore because social media made it possible. We didn't need to run errands because it could all be done with a click of a button and automated delivery. We didn't need to go to school or universities because everything was offered online, certificates and all. We didn't need to dress up for a job interview or even go to work because work came to us. We didn't need to travel and see the world with its cultures and wonders because we could watch the videos and read the blogs. Relationships didn't matter, family didn't matter, and the world around us was only as important as the need to keep the digital connection going. In a world that was falling apart, escaping to the digital world kept us sane. So, the day the system went up, millions applied. It was an escape from what the world had become. War, famine, poverty, and a monetary system that enslaved us and threatened to ruin our existence when it broke down. By the time we'd reached the peak of self-destruction, millions were clawing for mere survival, while a few thousand lived like kings. 100 years have passed since the system first went online. Billions of people are packed in a metropolis of rooms living in the digital world, and no one has any idea of what's going on outside. Life has a virtual meaning, which has become the only meaning for you, the meaning the system wants you to know. Now, you live in the home you've always wanted, working the job you love, and married to the woman of your dreams. Your children are your world, your possessions are precious, and your memories and experiences are priceless. Whatever you want is attainable, with just the right amount of effort, and the world is your oyster. As a race, it seems we're prone to hypocrisy, and a dilemma that is as old as time itself, at least time in the real world. We want to be controlled, to be told what to do and when, while living under the impression that it's our own free will. This is the truth. You are just a character in a massive online world with unlimited resources and space, where everything is just as great as the statistics have proven will keep you interested. You live in a virtual home, work a virtual job, and live a virtual life. The products you buy don't exist, the money you spend doesn't exist, and the people you know are just virtual characters of some other person who is probably living in a room right next to yours. And you know this. And just like the generation before you, you've accepted it as what is. The world around you, outside the walls of your comfort zone, has become the playground of the few thousand in control. To keep the system going, millions have died, and even more enslaved. Humans have become the lab rats of the few who want to achieve immortality. We're bred like cattle, the lucky ones replacing the dying within the system. Only a few of us have been able to escape. Every day, a battle for survival. Like I said, we're not here to reprimand you. We're here to free you. You don't know what it's like to experience rain on your skin, not just across a screen. You have never looked up to the night sky with the wind blowing through your hair and wondered. You have never felt the rush of success after several failed attempts. You do not understand companionship and what it feels like to have an eye-to-eye conversation with someone. You've never held a laughing child as it playfully scratched the tip of your nose. You've never embraced the love of your life and felt their sighing breath across your neck. When this broadcast is over, turn off the system. You could still do that. You're not entirely strapped in, but imprisoned by your own free will. Step out of the room you've been locked in your entire life. Take that courageous step and knock on the door next to you to help someone else do the same. Walk out of the walls that you believe are your sanctuary, when in reality, they're your prison. Walk out and feel the air you have only been breathing through the vents. Stretch and take in the world that you've only experienced through the system. Turn off the system and find us.